Hello everybody once again, this is AikawaKazu, welcome back to another 7 Nights video. Today, obviously, we will look at Cal, the guy that I've been waiting for and trying to get for one simple reason that he's an insane fodder farmer at adventure mode, adventure hard mode 7.9. Why? Because he's one of the few heroes that is able to farm or to level 4 fodders without compensating for time. I'm not saying that there's no hero out there that can actually farm 4 fodders, but it'll take like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to do so. I believe Helena with a taunt is one of those heroes that can do that, but not a hero that can do really fast. So today we'll look at Cal, and really props to Netmarble for their awesome, looking screens. I really love the Tail one. Now the Cal one is really badass. The 7.9 anniversary run with all the anniversary costumes coming together with Karma and Rin, that was very cool as well. Zura, I believe. So we have to give props to Netmarble Games Corporation and Netmarble Nexus for this awesome looking wallpaper. But let's get straight into it. All right. So first thing, all right, everybody will be able to get a Cal, which is why I feel this video is important. I wanted to do a summoning video and then do a separate Cal video to talk about the farming, the 4 fodder farming thing. But unfortunately, I was not able to pull 32 Cal, so I will not be able to showcase the quote-unquote potential of Cal in Arena. So that's one thing that you guys need to take note of. Even though later on I'll be showing a clip from Ace's stream where his Cal actually wrecked in Arena. You guys will see that clip very shortly when I talk about it later on. But basically, if you realized in my previous episode for my Awakened Droopy, I had at around 5.5k rubies. Right now I'm down to 5,000. I've exchanged for another S rank ruby, S rank Chloe chest, sorry, and I got an Eileen thief. I know you got an Eileen as well, so I guess I shared the same fate as you. So my Eileen is right here. In fact, I'm going to get my Eileen to 40. Alright, digress a little, alright, just want to tell you guys about the Eileen. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the summoning video, because I'm going to talk about something embarrassing that happened during the summoning, or I'm talking about Cal later on when we are doing the adventure farming. I got another Alicia, not from the Ruby summoning today. So in my summoning video, basically I got an ace on my first 10+1 summon. On my third 10+1 summon, I got Lu Bu. Alright, and then I'll talk about it more later on. But basically, let's get our Eileen to level 40 first. Look at this costume with the the new models of 7 Nights. Eileen looks really nice. I have to say, to be honest with you, this can actually compete with Shane. And I don't say that, I don't actually say that very easily. But level 40 Eileen, not that, that's very important. I mean, that's not really important for us yet, even though, she's like the next 7 Nights to be awakened apparently or something. So our star today is Cal. Alright, this little gentleman over here.
The only means to survive is to kill.
The only means to survive is to kill. He looks really badass. Yeah, with the little scar across his eye. He holds 2 daggers. And he has a katana as well, I think. And he has like chains and stuff. So, alright, first thing that actually lets you be able to farm or level 4 fodders very quickly here is Cal's passive. Recording this at 3 AM, so apologies for me stuttering a little. Alright, so his passive, I know you can't really see it. Actually, let's deal with that real quick. Right, there we go. Becomes immune to all damage 12 times, so same as Rin, so it's a hit void shield just like Rin. Alright, this effect also applies to ignore armor and piercing attacks. Additionally, on every third attack, inflicts 150% physical damage on all enemies and removes buffs. Just know that there's a difference between removing buffs and buff duration reduction. Removing buff basically removes stuff like zombie, primarily zombies, but you don't actually remove turn-based buffs like immunity. You don't remove those. That is why Da Qiao in the past is not a counter to Spike, but Da Qiao essentially is a counter to Tail and Chris and Kiparang, because the moment when there's a zombie in the field, the moment when there's an active buff, for example, I think Rudy, right? Yeah, Rudy shield, his little buff there can also be removed by buff removal. Alright, so know that there's a difference between buff duration reduction and removes buffs. So this one removes buffs, this is the 2 zombies. And it also protects all allies in the same row, alright, in the same row, not the front row or the back row. Basically, if you put him in the back row, the back row heroes will be protected from 4 target attacks. This is the one that people say will cause Rin to be out of mana, but that's not true, alright, because must be in the same row. So Cal cannot actually protect everybody, alright. Active skill inflicts 50%, huh? 50% on 4 enemies 3 times. So it's actually 150%. To give you an idea of how high 150% is, 7 Knight heroes like Jave, alright, look, 120%, 120%. I believe if I remember correctly, Lu Bu had 150%. Let me just check real quick, alright. You know, it's a little piff with myself. 4 lords, 6-star Lu Bu. Yup, Lu Bu has 150%. You guys remember how hard Lu Bu actually hits. Alright, even Rin herself, look, 140% only. Alright, and it's only for Draconic Descent. I think Calhan might be 150%. Let me just double check. Look, Calhan's only 120%. That's why he's not that strong. Look, 100% 2 times. Okay, this one is strong. This one is 200%. But it's only on 3 enemies. So technically speaking, 150% times 4 is more than 200%. Wait, it's the same. Just one distributed over 4 enemies and one distributed over 3 enemies. I managed to you know, save myself real quick over there. Alright, let's get a webcam back. So, in our final active skill here, I think I talked about it as well. So basically you have one that ignores enemy defense and the other one that, you know, has piercing effect. So you can say that Cal kinda counters Cal because it's both hit 4 enemies, right? But you must imagine, like, you know, usually when you hit 4 enemies, unless it's a 4-1 formation where, you know, Evan is the front, 4 at the back, technically speaking, you will not be able to protect too many people. So I don't think the protection of allies in the same row from 4 target attacks is going to matter that much personally. Obviously it's going to help, but yeah, it will not be as helpful as people would think. Alright, so let's look at the kit of my Cal. So this is actually only for the farming. You notice that there's no armors, and I've already tested it out. This works, alright? So you don't really need to put any armors. So why am I sharing this and why this is important is because everybody will have a guaranteed Cal. Everyone will have a guaranteed Cal. But to be able to do a level 30 setup like this, you will need this. Alright, I think you need a 20% damage accessory. I'm not too sure if 10% is gonna work. Someone needs to try it out. But if I'm not wrong, level 30 Cal is not enough unless you have a damage percent increase, or maybe, you know, just 2+5 awakening weapons is enough. So this one I think is 180 base, so eventually +5 is 480, and this one is I believe this is the best you can get. So where did these 2 weapons come from? I actually plucked them out from Spike just for you guys. So that's, I think, 50 topaz or 40 topaz right here. And let's jump into look. I have 4 Fodders right now. I'm doing the 1-4 formation. So many people always ask why Adventure Hard Mode, you know, map 7-9. Alright, you guys will be able to see why here. So for the auto settings, I use the Ignore Enemy Defense for the first one. And the second one I use, you know, this one, Piercing. And then the final one will be dealt with your passive. So I'm going to do boost so we don't actually take too many rounds. And I'm going to talk about my embarrassing summoning experience, alright? So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see it. If you guys want to see it, then I'll make it into another video. You know me, I don't usually make views. I mean videos just for the views. You know what I'm trying to say? I think the BGM is a little loud here. Let's bring it down. Alright, so what happened? So basically I was summoning and, you know, on my first pull I'm like, oh god, it's an ace. I got an ace. By the way, that's my level 50 ace, okay? Second one, nothing. Turn 1, I got a Lu Bu. I'm like, don't do this game. It's like when you get 2 special units in a row, while we're trying to get for Cal, or another special unit that you're trying to get, usually the latest one, you know you're not gonna get. You know you're not gonna get Cal. So, you know, on my 5th one, I got Cal, but you know, because on the back of my head, right, the guaranteed summon is on the 50th hero summon, which is basically, you do 250 summons times 5, you'll definitely get it. Essentially, alright. So I thought when I summoned on my 5th time that I actually summoned it. So I thought for a moment that I was super lucky. Like, it was that embarrassing because I was telling in the video that, you know, I'm wearing my red underwear, which I'm still wearing right now because I have not, you know, gone to sleep yet and bathed the next day, that kind of stuff. It's in the same day that I did the summoning video. and I'm recording this right now at 3 AM after my stream. So I was telling, like, you know, I was super excited, I was feeling super lucky. If you guys watch Running Man, right, and if you guys, you know, watch one particular episode called the True Man Gary Show, where all the other Running Man members have to make sure that Gary doesn't know that he's in the show. While Gary himself thinks that he's like the star, he's like the spy, you know, he's actually like the highlight of the episode. His other party members need to make sure that he doesn't find out. So that's how I felt. I was like blissfully in denial. I thought I was super lucky when in fact I just got a guarantee Cal, and I was continuing to summon. So when did I realize that, right? So I realized it when I did, to a point where I used like 2.7k rubies, 2750 rubies, and I'm like, wait, I'm full now. I did 10 plus 1 summon, which means, you know, because previously I actually allocated 100 plus hero slots to do the summoning, because I know I was going to spend 5,000 rubies at least. It's either 5,000 rubies or I'll stop at 32 cal. So I was pressing happily until I ran out of hero slots. I'm like, wait a minute, if I did 10 plus 1, why did I only get 1 cal? Shouldn't I get my guaranteed cal already? Then I realized it was in that moment it struck me, you know. In that moment it struck me that I didn't get a cal. I just got a guaranteed cal on my, you know, my 5th or 6th 10 plus 1 summon. Which is... it's very, very embarrassing. And I would say maybe that's one of the reasons why I didn't upload it in the end, but the other reason why is because I felt that it would just add unnecessary length to this video, which is my highlight. My main point is that Cal is an amazing hero that you can use right now. As you can see, I've already done without any of my fodders dying. Look at this, the passive procs. Wow, okay, that's actually the first time that a Sarah survived, but nevertheless, the reason why 7-9 is such a good map, as you can see so far, is that they only buff and debuff, except the first wave where you have clocks. So as long as you can deal with the first wave without giving them a chance to cast their, you know, their skills, you will never be in trouble where you cannot clear 7-9 without, you know, any of your fodders dying. Basically, none of your fodders will die 100% of the time, as long as you're able to clear the first wave with one skill, 100%. You know, if not, you'll be unlucky. The clocks will use this 4-man or 3-man AoE attack that will kill all the fodders. So, as you can see, Sarah only uses, this is a debuff, and if you debuff the Sarah themselves, they will actually remove the debuffs. So, the second one, technically speaking, is actually supposed to be the third. But apparently, double speed attack is considered one attack. I'm actually very, very confused. Because they say every 3 attacks, right? So it's on the 4th attack where that happens. I think that's what they mean. So every, like after 3 attacks, the 4th one you'll proc the passive. I think that's how it works. Alright, so you can see that I managed to get 4 fodders to level 30. I mean, I used the boost mode, as you can see, I can afford it, and you can see I did 36 fodders there. So I have been going hard today, you know, going hard with the game today. 66 fodders leveled to 30, that's 132 rubies. Yep. I haven't been doing 100 rubies for a very long time because you can see I got 4.6k keys, and you know, the guild rewards have been improved. If you have 30 check-in with the max level guild, you get 60 keys, 100,000 gold, so that's really good to help sustaining. I think nowadays, with the 60 keys, 30 check-in guild, improved rewards, I think it's very, very sustainable to actually do 100 fodders every day, especially with this. This means basically I need to do it, I only need to run essentially 25 sets of 4 fodders. Whether you can sustain 4 unique fodders is another thing, but for now I'll be able to, since I did a lot of summons. I did essentially 250, I did like 21 or 22 summons. And yeah, you can see I didn't put any armors on my Cal. And should I try my arena? Nah, I'm not gonna try him right now. Alright, so right now on screen, you're gonna be seeing how Cal actually performs in, I think, 4.1, 4.2k arena by Ace's stream. Basically, you'll see him casting both skills and he just wrecks everybody. But just know that for Ace's Cal, I think for duels, he went lethal, damage, and I think the last one is counter or crit rate. One of them. Yeah. But lethal is definitely there. Damage is definitely there, and not too sure about the crit rate. Or the last one, it's either crit rate or counter, but I think he went crit rate because, yeah, the thing is, if you go if your Cal has a lower counter than your Rin, assuming you're still using a Rin in your lineup, then you just have to, you know, tune accordingly if you are planning to use counter armors or Cal. But you want to make sure that Cal has 1% higher counter rate than your Rin, so that you know your Cal will counter. Depending on which one you want to have, even though both will have counter. This is why sometimes if you have 2 counter heroes on your lineup, it's not that good. But in any case, this is a quick short video to showcase to you Cal, the insane 4 fodder farming hero that you can use, because everybody can definitely get a Cal, and I think it's a very, very good long-term hero that you can have for the rest of the 7 Nights time, especially if you are going to be investing time into playing 7 Nights. Cal, good investment as I've shown you guys over here. I think that's it. My name is AikawaKazu. Thanks for watching once again. God bless. Be sure to stomp the like button if you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.